What's going on, everyone? Hootmoney here with another video for you guys today. Today we're going to be talking about Bbig, BBIG, Vinco Venture stock, my favorite stock in the entire stock market, the most gamma juice stock that we have seen in this entire stock market for April 14th. We're going to be giving you guys an update on the Wyckoff reaccumulation pattern. Alright, well, we forgot one thing. Boom! Indoor sunglasses engaged. Let's go, baby. Drop a like on the video if you guys enjoyed this content. Subscribe to the channel if y'all are new. And without further ado, let's just jump right into it. Alright, so here we are on Moomoo showing the Wyckoff reaccumulation pattern for BBIG. It is very much so intact as I speak right now. There's no reason to be fearful. Alright, we'll be explaining each and every aspect of this pattern in today's video. It was derived from this chart right here. There are different examples of reaccumulation, and BBIG is showing a mixture between the reaccumulation with the uprise and reaccumulation with spring action. Alright, so the first part of the Wyckoff reaccumulation pattern is the preliminary supply as labeled as PSY on the chart. This is the point where the stock makes its first move and it's met with a large supply of, well, people who are taking profits or just institutions that are unloading their shares to pin down the price. After the preliminary supply hits the market and the price goes down, there's typically an automatic reaction, or the AR that's labeled right here. I just added that in. That ends up pushing the price right back up. After the automatic reaction, there's the buying climax. This was on 321 at market open, where the buying pressure does in fact climax on the stock. As you guys can see, this is when the most volume was on BBIG. This is when there's the most amount of buying pressure on BBIG, and it has been decreasing volume ever since. So this is definitely a buying climax right here at this point. After the buying climax, it goes right back down to support, and this is the shakeout. So this is where a lot of people thought that, oh, it lost support, it's coming down. If you just look at the chart right here during the shakeout, which is honestly one of the lower points that you could have got it during this whole reaccumulation pattern, it looks like a really terrible technical signal right there, and it looks like BBIG would in fact go back down and potentially fill this gap that we saw right there. So after the shakeout, BBIG starts climbing back up. It taps the top of this resistance point, and then there's another automatic reaction, sends it back down. We get two more automatic reactions as it's oscillating between these two levels, and then we move into the ST area. ST area stands for secondary test area, essentially meaning that it has already tested both levels once or twice before, and now it is trying to figure out whether there's enough demand to hold it up or if there's enough resistance or supply to hold it down. So as you guys can see, during this ST area phase, there was a strong bounce at the support level, which was a bullish sign, and the next day it ended up pushing this thing right back up. Another characteristic of the ST area is very low volume, and as you guys can see, there was relatively very low volume on 323. Here on 323, 324 after hours, we saw our first sign of strength. This is where volume increases and it shows that we are breaking out and potentially could be seeing some more upside. Now, it doesn't always play out this way. In fact, it ends up in a creek afterwards. That's what we're going to talk about next. However, this is the first sign of strength, and as you guys can see, the next day at open on 324, there was increased volume. So it is definitely still following the characteristics that a sign of strength would show in a Wyckoff reaccumulation pattern. So the next area that we have right here is called the creek, and the creek is when there's additional supply after a sign of strength. The creek represents both short-term profit taking as well as additional supply and resistance around this resistance level, this upper resistance level. So this moves us into the next aspect of the Wyckoff reaccumulation pattern, which is a spring. So essentially what a spring is a break in the support level, shaking out the remaining hands, but is more of an extreme than a normal shakeout that we saw back here. So the spring really just looks like it gave up all support. It's going back. It's going to fill the gap, right? The gap that never fills. And then it goes right back up. It springs right back up. It basically falls down, hits a trampoline, and then boom, goes right back up. And how the rest of this should play out in practice, but it never actually plays out exactly how you expect it, is there should be one more testing phase right down here at the support level, and then after the testing phase, boom, it should go right back up, break out of the resistance level one more time, use the resistance level as a newly found support level, as you guys can see right there, and then the last part of it is phase E, or the move to new highs and sustained price action above the whole Wyckoff reaccumulation pattern. So again, guys, what we're seeing right here is a mix between reaccumulation with uprise and reaccumulation with spring action. Overall, I think it was heading towards being a reaccumulation with a spring pattern over the reaccumulation with the uprise. However, when Will Meade tweeted and spiked the price up here to $3.41 in pre-market the other day, that was met with additional supply, especially once the market opened, and it was not quite ready to lift off as of yet. So because of the dark pool, because of Will Meade, it's not perfectly following any one of these reaccumulation patterns, but you can make the judgment for yourself on whether or not we are following a Wyckoff reaccumulation pattern. I'd like to quickly thank the sponsor of today's video, which is Moomoo, a licensed FINRA broker that does absolutely zero payment for order flow. They're running a promotion where you get 2 free lotto tickets on Hootmoney and 1 free lunch on Hootmoney. Hear me out. They're giving away 2 stocks valued up to $3,500 each, so $7,000 total if you deposit $1 on their platform. So two free lotto tickets to get up to $3,500 each. You can get Tesla, Google, Facebook, Amazon, you name it, you can get it. Also, get your free share of NEO with a $1 deposit. Sell it, buy yourself some lunch. I don't care what you do with it, but it's free. NEO's also going for about $20 per share right now, so it's literally a free $20. This ends March 31st, so you only got 3 more days to get your free share of NEO. Anyways, get your free lunch on Hootmoney, get your free lotto tickets on Hootmoney with a $1 deposit on Moomoo. Links are below in the description or pinned comment section. With all that being said, let's jump right back into the video. Looking at market cipher here for BBIG, we're gonna keep it short. 4-hour chart is looking freaking amazing right here. Oh my god, green money flow pointing up, VWAP pointing up, green means go dot. Guys, this is a very big time buy signal on BBIG. Same thing with the hourly chart. The red money flow is starting to curve back up. There's gonna be additional pressure because of that rally that we saw intraday today, and like I said, guys, there's likely a testing phase before it goes back up and retests that upper level. But overall, the red money flow is curving back up. We are on a minus blue wave. All is good in the hourly chart as well. Looking at the Ortex data, holy crap, 325% cost to borrow right there. Absolutely ridiculous. There's 44 million shares on loan. This is crazy. I don't get it. I don't get how they find all these shares. I don't get how they have an extra 15 million than the short interest. However, you have to be aware that that is definitely a risk, and at some point they might dump that excess amount of shares on loan back onto the market, and it just screws with people like us. Utilization still at 100%, so that's absolutely fantastic as well. Here on Fintel, it's ranked number 27 on that short squeeze leaderboard, so it definitely does have some more upside. If it gets above 27 to that top 10 spot, that is where it starts to get sketchy. So you want to have some upside on that short squeeze leaderboard. You don't want to just be at number 1. Number 1 still means that you can definitely short squeeze, but at the same time, it means that you've probably already went up in share price and it's a bit more risky. So 27 is absolutely perfect. 0 shares available to borrow according to Fintel. Cost to borrow has been going up. It says 38% right there. Ortex has it a lot higher. They have the minimum at 75%. So conflicting data there. Screw retail, right? Retail doesn't get good data. Screw us. Anyways, 53% aggregate short volume as of Friday right there, and then as of Thursday it was 60%. It's been 50 or higher over the past 2 weeks. They're definitely trying to price control this, guys. I can't stress it enough. On top of that, there was a new high of dark pool volume today at 64% of the total volume being traded was off exchange. Not all of it has to be in the dark pool, but a significant majority of that off exchange volume gets routed to the dark pool. The 31-day average dark pool is 51% or off exchange, and it's 64% today. So they're definitely manipulating this price like crazy. This was a huge manipulation, right? They were trying to get people to not buy it. They were trying to make it look like a reject, like it's sold off. This was not a legit sell-off right here, and this was not a legit like shakeout. They were trying to shake people out for the last time. That's why you get these springs. It's not legit. That's why there's high dark pool volume. That's why there's high short volume ratio. It's because market makers are trying super hard. They're working overtime to manipulate and control this price to a T. But what's going to end up happening is it's probably going to end up gamma squeezing, and they're probably trying to get as many people out as possible because we still have this option chain. They want to take advantage of this option chain as well. They want to make money off of it. They want to go both ways, right? They're not going to be nice to you. They're not going to just give it to you, hand it over to you. I saw so many people getting shaken out this morning on the spring in my live stream. Oh, well, I guess BBIG is done. That's not how it works. That's what they want you to think. That's why these things happen in the first place. That's why we get all of this dark pool volume and this short volume, because they want to manipulate this thing down to the T, but they're not going to do it because we are going to come in. We are going to buy this stock. We are going to buy out of the money call options. We are going to call our grandmas, our mothers, our sisters' boyfriends, our girlfriends' mothers. We're going to call all of them. All right, because we are going to buy this stock. We are going to jump up in price, and we're all going to get rich. And it's going to be simple as that, baby. Let's frickin' go. Moving into the unusual whales flow, as you guys can see, it was 100% bullish. Let's go. Do you see any red right there? All I see is buying calls. Guess what I'm doing? I'm buying freaking calls. This is like the best time to be buying, because want to know what happens after the spring phase in the Wyckoff? Want to know what happens after the spring phase in the Wyckoff? Yeah, you see it right here. It's beautiful. You spring and then you jump up like crazy. So bullish flow makes perfect sense right now. If we slap on the bid side, there was some selling pressure, but most of that selling pressure was in the puts, baby. Actually, all of it. So it's 100%. We have all the filters right here. $10,000 premium or more. Ask side only. Bid side only as well. We got both. All right. I apologize, but I'm just going to keep the energy flowing. Bid and ask side calls and puts 100%. Bullish premium. Let's go. Let's just see the green ourselves. Boom. 100%. Historical call volume is also up today. It's still chilling for the most part, but it is coming up. We did see that divergence between price action and historical call volume for the first time. So because of that divergence that we saw in historical call volume and BBIG's price action, it was very, very interesting because we've never once seen that before in BBIG's life cycle, which makes me believe that institutions, market makers were holding up this price, and that's the reason why we have this reaccumulation pattern and we did not get that gap fill that everyone keeps talking about. I don't think we're going to get this gap fill because, as you guys can see, BBIG price action is in bed with BBIG call volume. Boom, boom, boom. Those 3 points right there, but we got another boom right here where call option volume did spike up, and now BBIG's price is holding. So there is divergence between call option volume and the share price, which leads me to believe this is being held up on purpose, not letting this gap be filled. Biggest option trades of the day, 100% bullish. Let's go. Max pain for April 1st, that's at $3 per share right there. April 14th, still at $2.50. Only thing potentially showing some downside risk is that max pain right there. Volatility skew, April 1st, 2022 has the highest implied volatility. Don't be buying those weekly options. I know you guys are doing it. Just don't do it. I see you guys right here in the most active chains going for those 4-1s right here. Another 4-1. I see you guys. Stop it. Don't do it. And then boom, Here we have the Mario Kart booster pads via the most amount of gamma exposure relative to free float market cap in the entire market right here. This is our gamma ramp. This is what market makers are going to be buying when this stock price goes up. We go over the $3 level, boom, Mario Kart booster pad. We go over the $3.50 level, boom, Mario Kart booster pad. Go over that $4 level, boom, then boom, $5, boom, $5.50, boom, $6, boom, to the moon. Anyways, that's about it for the video. Drop a like. I know you guys liked it, so hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel if you guys are new. Check out Moomoo if you want up to 7K in free stock and a free share of Neo. You can't get that free Neo share past March 31st. You got 3 days to claim your free Neo share. Those links are below in the description or pinned comment section. If you want to sign up for Hootmoney trade alerts, we called out the breakout in HYMC. We bagged up on Nile, so that link is the first one in the description below. But with all that being said, thank you guys for coming here today and have a wonderful, fantastic day. Don't forget to call grandma.